Have you ever been in a gathering and felt your stomach grumble really loud? Or has the thought ever crossed your mind that why do we get hungry? Well, whether they be presidents, vice chancellors, paupers, head of states, kings, queens, nobles, beggars, businessmen or women, or the world, aside death, there is another thing that we all have in common, and that is hunger. Whether we eat little or much, whether the food is nutritious or not, whether it is what we desire or have to make do with or not, one fundamental exists. We all get hungry sooner or later, and the phenomenon that leads to this will you be dissecting in this episode. Hunger can roughly be said to be of two forms. It could be physiological, that is, a sensation of feeling that motivates the consumption of food and typically manifests after only a few hours without eating. Or it could be something called hedonic hunger, which is the desire to eat triggered by the taste, smell, or appeal of food rather than actual need. In the first respect, physiological hunger brings with it some physical symptoms. Our stomach may growl and we may feel a strong sense of emptiness or hollowness in our stomach. If hunger intensifies, we may even feel faint. It can make us irritable and impatient, and it might become hard to concentrate or tolerate other things. But what exactly happened? Well, this phenomenon occurs due to complex signaling between our gut and there are receptors throughout our digestive tract which detect the presence of nutrients. When there are not enough nutrients in our digestive system, hormone often called hunger hormones, are produced which send a signal to the hypothalamus, which is the part of the brain that controls hunger and thirst, and in return, this increases our appetite and makes us want to eat. As for hedonic hunger, it is the desire to eat triggered by the taste, smell, or appeal of food rather than an actual need. It is the experience of seeking food purely for pleasure. This type of hunger is closely linked to gratification, especially towards foods that are high in fat, sugar, salt, or simple carbohydrate. Symptoms of both types of hunger can also be reviewed by certain factors like dieting, sleep disruption, inadequate water consumption, low protein diet, food manufacturing processes, menopause, medications, high salt diets, among others. In the first instance, people who follow a calorie restricted diet may feel hungry most of the time because consuming fewer calories than the body can cause the body to produce the ghrelin hormone, which in turn causes hunger even after a person has just eaten. Not getting enough sleep can also disrupt the body's natural hormonal balance, which may increase feelings of hunger in some people. According to some research, this can cause changes in appetite hormones, which can lead to increased hunger. Inadequate water consumption, that is, when a person does not drink enough fluids throughout the day, can also make us feel hungrier. In the same way, a lack of protein-filled diet may also increase feelings of hunger in a person. In addition, it is important to state that some food producers manufacture their foods to keep you coming back for more. To do this, food companies add mega doses of sugar, salt, or fat to processed foods to increase what is called the bliss point, which in turn removes the nutrient-filled portions. This can leave your body wanting more of what it is lacking, which results to hunger. Some medications can also trigger feelings of hunger. For example, certain antidepressants, antipsychotics, and, and corticosteroids may cause the person to feel hungrier than usual. The same thing goes for boredom, which is also one of the most serious causes of overeating. Some people may confuse boredom for hunger, and the dopamine that comes as a result drive them to eating more. There could also be various medical conditions responsible for hunger. There could be what is called congenital leptin deficiency. To break it down, leptin, or the fullness hormone, signals to the brain that full. Therefore, deficiency in this hormone causes a constant feeling of hunger. It could also be as a result of hyperthyroidism. The thyroid is a gland responsible for creating hormones that affect how the body uses energy. An overactive thyroid or an hyperthyroid can then cause an increase in this hormone, resulting in hunger, and Graves' disease is one of the disorders that can cause this. Leptin receptor deficiency, like congenital leptin deficiency in leptin receptor deficiency. A person produces leptin, but they are not responsive to it, resulting in a constant feeling of hunger. There could also be the Prader-Willi syndrome, which is a rare genetic disorder that causes the part of the brain controlling hunger and satiety not to work correctly, leading to constant feelings of hunger. To sum it all up, hunger, if triggered naturally, can be helpful to the human body as it tells us it's time to refuel so we can carry on with the day's activities. However, if you experience difficulty eating, desiring food, or overeating, it is advisable to reach out to medical personnel to see that you are treated of whatever disorder that might be. Have a nice meal ahead.